If you hear knocking at 3 a.m., don't answer. Don't look out the window. And above all, don't say its name out loud. The first night, it was a distant sound, like someone hitting the ground with something heavy. The second night, the sound was closer. "Do you hear it?" my cousin whispered. "It's coming from the woods." I wanted to tell him it wasn't real. Then the sound answered, louder, thung. The lights went out. An impossible silhouette appeared in the glass, too tall, too thin. It had no face, just a white head, tilted, watching us. "Don't move," said a voice inside my head. "If you move, it will know you're scared." Behind that figure, something began to crawl out of the trees. Its body was twisted, as if its bones creaked with movement. Each step was accompanied by a thud against the ground. "Sagwa." It growled. "Come out, it's time." "You don't open it," I begged. They say if someone answers, he comes in. The door opened by itself. Slenderman stepped forward first. His arms stretched out, touching the walls, the ceiling, our shadows. I felt him watching me from within. "He breaks bodies," he whispered. "I break minds." Tung Saha raised his arm. "Tuen." The floor cracked. "Choose," he said. "One stays with me. The other disappears with him." We never screamed. The next morning, the house was empty. Only thumps remained on the floor, and a sound that can still be heard some early mornings. If you hear it tonight, don't answer. Because they already know where you are. I thought it was all over when dawn broke. I was wrong. At 3:03 a.m., the sound returned, but this time it came from inside the house. It wasn't banging on the door. It was banging on the walls. It was banging under the bed. "You're not alone," whispered a mouthless voice. "You never were." The temperature dropped sharply. The air grew thick, difficult to breathe. At the end of the hallway, Slenderman appeared, hunched over so as not to break the ceiling. His tentacles moved slowly, as if they could smell fear. "He marked you," he said. "Now you belong to us." The floorboards creaked. From the darkness, Tung Saha crawled out. His body was covered in cracks like dried mud. Every movement produced a deep thud. "I called you," he growled. "You ignored me." "Let me go," I murmured. Slenderman bowed his head. No one leaves after the third thud. The lights exploded. I felt invisible hands grab me. Time began to distort, and the walls stretched. The sound repeated over and over inside my head. Tung Saha came so close I could feel his breath. "I'll take what he screams," he said. "I'll take what he remembers," Slenderman replied. One of the tentacles pierced my shadow and ripped it from the ground. I screamed, but no voice came out. "Listen," Slenderman whispered. "Soon you will learn to call others." Tung Saha raised his arm one last time. Everything went black. Now I understand. If anyone hears the knocking, if anyone asks what that sound is, I am the one who answers. From the forest, from the wall, from under the bed. Before the knocking, before the forest, Slenderman was already here. He had no name then. He only observed. It was in an ancient village where the first one to strike the earth appeared. He wasn't a monster. He was a starving man, forgotten, buried alive by his own people. For nights on end, he pounded the ground from his grave until his hands broke. Knock, knock, knock. His hatred kept him awake. Slenderman heard him. "Why are you calling?" the white figure asked from the darkness. Because no one came, the thing beneath the earth replied. Because they let me die. Slenderman bowed his head. I can give you a body that won't die, he said. But every blow will draw souls. The man agreed. When he emerged from the earth, he was no longer human. His body was twisted, hollow, resonant. Every step was a call. Thus, Toontung Saha was born. Since then, they hunt together. Now I understand why they chose me. Learn, Slenderman told me. They think it's just a sound. Toontung Saha approached me in the woods, his shadow distorted among the trees. Knock, he ordered. Make them look. And what if they don't want to come out? I asked. His mouth opened in that impossible smile. They always look. Now I walk among the houses when everyone is asleep. I hide where the light doesn't reach. Sometimes, Slenderman appears behind me, making sure I do my job well. One more tonight, he whispers. I raise my arm. If you hear knocking this morning, if you feel it's coming from too close, don't ask what it is. Because you could be the next one to learn. Toontung Saha smiles somewhere nearby. The sound begins. Tung Saha. Don't close the window. Don't cover your ears. It's already late. I felt my memories slip away one by one. My name, my face, my fear. Everything was surrendered. Toontung Saha raised his arm one last time. Toon. There was no darkness. There was silence. And then, footsteps. Someone was reading this. You. Slenderman leaned over you as your eyes scanned these words. If you've made it this far, he whispered. Toontung Saha smiles somewhere nearby. The sound begins. Tung Saha. Don't close the window. Don't cover your ears. It's already late. If you liked this content, give it a like and subscribe. And remember, don't cover your ears.